We're still hopeful for every inch, every mile, every bend of the river that we're going to have a miracle and find someone to save.
Holding on to hope in Texas as the search for survivors continues after Friday's catastrophic floods. It was Kerr County that was hit hard by the flash flooding that started in the overnight hours. As of right now, the death toll has surpassed 100 people. That includes 28 children, most of which were killed at an all-girls summer camp near the river. Many more people are still missing, but an official number has yet to be released. Officials say 4 months of rain came down in hours in that area. There are some in our valley with ties to that area, and they tell us they are heartbroken to see the devastation. Good evening, I'm Marie Mortera.
And I'm Latoya Silman in for Jim tonight. One local man's mother was caught in the crosshairs of that storm. In fact, News 3's Tiffany Lane kicks off our team coverage on this. She spoke with local business owner with ties to that area and a local flood expert as well on how we handle flooding in our valley. She's live near downtown Las Vegas with the details.
Latoya and Marie, I'm near one of the many flood channels we have here in Clark County. Now, these are really meant to help reroute and slow down some of those heavy rains that are more common during this time of year, during monsoon season here in Clark County. Now, those flood district officials say that horrific scene we're seeing in Texas is something that is very unlikely here locally, but that still things can get dangerous. Brian Buechner busy preparing for the opening of another Texas Big B's barbecue location in the Vegas Valley.
It's cool to see Texas people come enjoy the food and say that it's as good, if not better, than some of the places they eat at Texas.
But he has a lot on his mind with the deadly floods in Texas.
Prayers are with everyone there. I wish we could do more. I don't remember a flood ever taking this many lives.
Buechner grew up near the flood areas. He spent lots of time there and still does.
I'm probably there at least 12, 15 times a year. I bring my wood in from Texas. A lot of that wood comes from the hill country and south. And yeah, so I have a lot of people that I've checked on for sure.
Buechner's mother in the area when the flooding started, thankfully safe on a mountain away from rising waters.
Nobody knew that was going to happen. So before the first death, I'm sure that, people were going down the river and they were trying to help people. There were couple camp directors died in it trying to save the children. And I don't know, it's just, I'm a nurse, so it's very devastating.
The Vegas Valley also prone to flooding in the summertime, similarly with flash flooding, but much smaller in the amount of rainfall compared to Texas.
The flooding here tends to be urbanized. It spreads out. It's more shallow, like sheet flow on the streets, and then it's making its way into our urban system.
Regional Flood Control District officials say they've built up infrastructure in the last 40 years that keeps the valley flood resilient.
Since 1986, we have invested $2 billion in the flood control infrastructure here in Clark County. So that's storm drains, dams, levees, channels, all of the facilities you see around town.
While this gives more peace of mind here locally, Buechner continues to think of his people back home who are in a worse situation.
I don't know that it was even preventable. No matter what time of day it was, the water rose so fast, and so many people that got caught in situations where there was no exit.
Now, Buechner tells me the Guadalupe River, where much of this is happening, is especially busy during this time of year with campers and others there just to enjoy the water, which just makes this even more devastating, not knowing how many people are even there and how many still haven't been found. Reporting live near downtown Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3. Back to you.
Adding to the heartache that clearly expands well beyond the hardest hit areas. Tiffany, thank you.
Well, while the valley has infrastructure that helps with flood safety, there have been 27 flood deaths here in Clark County since 1990. It's important to note that it only takes 6 inches of rain to knock someone over and only a foot of water to actually float a car. Several flood deaths happened when people were inside their cars.